the blood freezing experiment. In 1944, the British Secret Intelligence Service, SIS, tried developing a chemical that would affect the blood of a human being. A copy of this lab report can be found somewhere deep within the old MI5 building in London. Overture. This chemical was derived with mixtures of names removed, nomofungin and name removed communism, as well as pyrophomidine. The chemical would modify the blood's chemical properties and structure, so that if shot or cut, the blood would have the ability to freeze or solidify to where the person was shot. This would stop bleeding and could make a person far stronger than an average human being. However, a chemical like this would be incredibly expensive and only offered to the most valuable of people, such as MI5 units and important politicians. Other things that have to happen in order for the blood to solidify include increasing the amount of blood plasma from 55% to 59%. Modified blood cells, when oxygenated, constitute percentages of 96%. Therefore, the subject has to breathe deeper and more often, since thrombocytes seem to get into the way of modified blood cells. They are removed prior to modification. The medulla oblongata is also modified by a chemical that familiarizes it with modified blood cells. Also, since the blood cells expand when solidified, 4% to 6% of the normal blood volume must be removed. Blood vessels, of course, are changed a slight bit by the chemical as well in order to handle the heavier cells. Procedure. Test subjects can be any male over 21. Subjects are compensated with £35,000. The subject will be provided with hospital beds and some entertainment. The subject must remain on an EKG and his heart monitor must be watched at all times. Once the chemical is introduced into the subject, he must be monitored for 24 hours. No food must be given until the 25th hour. All requests made by the subject in the first 24 hours must be ignored. Beginning with the 25th hour, the subject may be given painkillers and proper meals. Patient must continue to be monitored until the 72nd hour. After 72 hours, the subject is to be escorted to the test room. The subject is to be bound and sedated. The left arm is to be cut open 4 inches, and the right arm is to be shot by a .45 automatic. Observe the effects. After hour 144, the subject is to be taken to the test room again, and the subject is to be shot in multiple places without sedation. Each place and effect is to be observed and recorded. Experimental. The 3 subjects were males, 22, 23 and 29. The subjects also swore to secrecy. The chemical was successfully administered to all 3 subjects within the first hour. All 3 of them started screaming in agony. Surprisingly, this stopped by hour 3. Subjects 1 and 3 requested a copy of a King James Bible after hour 6, but it was denied. The fellow researchers decided this meant that they believed they would die. Subjects 1 and 3 were granted a copy of a King James Bible after hour 25. Painkillers were administered to all 3 subjects. After 72 hours, the subjects were taken into the test rooms. The 3 seemed delighted to leave the room. After sedation, each subject had his left arm cut open with a scalpel and his right arm shot by a .45 automatic. When the scalpel penetrated subject 1's skin, it reacted with a dark, amorphous, solid substance, filling the cut almost as fast as the skin was opened up. It sealed so fast that the scalpel was stuck in his arm. The injury caused by the .45 automatic bullet was sealed by the dark, amorphous blood within 3 seconds. The results were the same for subjects 2 and 3. After 84 hours, all 3 of the subjects started to act unusual. Instead of using the entertainment around them, they sat in their beds and groaned, as if they were sad or ashamed. Subjects failed to make eye contact. After 110 hours, Subject 1 passed out. Blood tests could not be run because the blood was solid and amorphous. The only thing that was determined was the pH of the blood, which was at 5, was far more acidic than usual. A research was sent in after 127 hours to take blood tests on all 3 subjects. Subjects became increasingly silent. All 3 subjects had shown signs of aggression. The doctor found the pH values to be 4.3, 4.6 and 4.4. For subjects 1, 2 and 3 respectively, pH values were decreasing. A blood test was taken at 140 hours. The pH values haven't changed. The experiment will continue as planned. At 144 hours, subjects were escorted to the test room. The 3 subjects looked far different from the beginning. The skin had turned to a shade of grey, and the skin looked noticeably thicker. Their eye colours have changed to pure black, and they were bloodshot. The experiment will continue as planned, but the chemical must be remodeled before repeating the experiment. Before opening fire on subjects 1, 2 and 3, they showed inhuman strength. They immediately pounced on their attackers and used their teeth as a most effective weapon. 6 armed men lost consciousness as their attackers touched their teeth to their skin. 1's arm was devoured by the subject. When MI5 agents entered to neutralize the room, the subjects were reported to be missing. The chemical must have had a negative effect on the medulla oblongata, causing aggression. The chemical also affected the salivary glands. Superhuman movements were caused by the enhanced blood cells within the muscles. The subject's lust for human flesh is unknown. Locations of subjects 1, 2 and 3 are currently unknown. Research for this project will be discontinued. Evidence, including This laboratory report will be classified as SIS, top secret. S.A.N.E. Day 1. Subject seems to be acting normal. The chemicals in the gas will be inserted into the chamber tomorrow. It must be observed at a safe distance, since we don't know the sanity level of it. It seems to be a homeless person who qualified for the experiment. I wrote everything the man said down, word for word. I have no idea what they were planning to do to the man, or what is in the gas they will release into the chamber, but I will have to see soon. I walked quickly and cautiously to the man who was explaining everything. I stared wide-eyed and asked, "What do you plan to do with this man?" He smiled and said, "It's like a surprise. You will have to wait until tomorrow." Is he serious? It's almost as if he was acting like something as serious as this was just a cruel joke. I guess I will just wait until tomorrow. Day 2. After inserting gas, the subject seems to be showing extreme adrenaline and hyperactivity. Supervision is required for the subject, as it seems harmful to our workers and everyone else here. Thank you. Have a marvellous day. Hyperactivity? Harmful? What do they even mean? The gas has chemicals in it that change human behaviour. I need to find out. Tomorrow I will see what is going on. I see the man who was talking yesterday about the surprise. I ask, "What is in that gas? What are you doing to him? Is this even legal?" The man replies, "Why are you asking so many questions? Are you scared of it? Don't be scared. It's not going to hurt anything yet." Why is he acting like the man is a creature? Why did he say yet? I don't know what's going on, but I plan to find out. Day 3. Subject seems to be getting deformities. Its hands seem to be outstretched, and there are chunks of extra flesh growing on their body. They are now extremely dangerous and must be supervised by almost anyone, no exceptions. Do they mean I have to watch this thing for 24 hours repeatedly? I don't even want to look at it in general. I see that man again. This time I ask simply, "When are you going to kill that thing?" He replies, "Why should I kill art? You're lucky I haven't killed you yet, you little brat. Now shut up and keep an eye on it." I did as I was told, fearful of that man. Staring at the creature has given me sudden emotions, and I don't know why, but I want to keep looking at it. I have to keep looking at it. Day 4. Subject must be given food every 3 hours, mainly human flesh. You must listen to its chant. Chant? What do they mean? I silently listened. Yams. Octagon. Unit. What? Ill. dog, if, end. What in the world does that mean? I mumbled it. Yams, octagon, unit, what, ill, dog, if, end. Yam, octagon, unit, what, ill, dog, if, end, you. Will. Die? What the heck? It seemed like nothing, so I pawned it off. Over and over, the creature chanted, over and over. I hate it. It needs to stop. I hear it when he's not there. Stop it. 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 Leave me alone. I hesitated. I want you to cut this paper, the strange man said as he walked closer. Sure. What do I have to lose? As he handed me the supplies, he walked to a radio connected to the chamber and turned the knobs until it played only eerie rings. I cut the paper, wondering what he was meaning. Suddenly, the radio went from eerie rings to the sound of someone crying, "Stop, stop, 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 stop." It kept crying, "Stop, stop, 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 stop." I hate it. Stop it. That's enough. Enough. A sharp pain went up my spine. I examined my hand. I had jabbed my hand with the scissors. I quickly covered it with a rag and bandages. Is this what he wanted? I go to open the door. It's locked. I'm trapped. Day 5. I am slowly losing my sanity. I need to stay sane. The crying keeps coming. I remember the chant and look at the man in the chamber. It looks like a pile of rotting flesh. I cover my eyes. The image is still in my mind. No, no, no. I can't. I get an idea. If I can't see anything, I won't have to see that thing. I begin to claw and scratch and my eyes until my vision goes black. Yes, yes, the dark is comforting. Suddenly I began to lose consciousness, and before I fall asleep, I hear, "Get rid of the other subject. Clear the chamber." I wake up in a cold, empty room and I can't move. Suddenly, I hear someone say this. Subject seems to be acting normal. The chemicals in the gas will be inserted into the chamber tomorrow. I now fully understand. I heard a small whisper. Don't you see? There is no surprise. You are the surprise. It's a cycle, and you're just a guinea pig that is in the cycle. We are what keeps you. I-N-S-A-N-E. Sane is boring, isn't it? The end. And that's it for tonight, my little hellhounds. Thanks for listening. And don't forget, I now have a Patreon. So, if you want to check that out for more scary stories and downloadable content, then check out the link below. If you have any scary stories you want narrated on the channel, then submit them to Reddit r/homeofscares. and follow me on Twitter at homeofscares. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the bell icon so you get notified every time I upload. Now, good night, my little hellhounds.